Good morning, everybody. Your Excellency, the Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to declare the convocation open.
This convocation of Visvesvaraya Technical University has been called to confer honorary degrees of Doctor of Science on Shri Kumar Mangalam Birla, Chairman Aditya Birla Group, Dr. S.N. Manyata, Chairman All India Council for Technical Education, Padam Shri Dr. H.C. Visvesvaraya, former Vice Chancellor of University of Roorkee, and late Sri M.S. Ramaiah, Founder President of Gokul Education Foundation, and to confer the degrees upon the candidates who have appeared in the examination held for the purpose, and who have passed successfully and certified to be worthy of receiving the degrees. I declare this convocation open. Let the candidates be presented.
Extremely happy to introduce our chief guest of the day, Padma Vibhushan, Shri Pranab Mukherjee ji. Honorable Shri Pranab Mukherjee ji, born in Merathi village near Kirnar town, district Birbhum, West Bengal on December 11, 1935. He has obtained double postgraduate degrees. One is MA in history and another is MA in political science. He has also obtained LLB. Shri Pranab Dada's parliamentary career began as a Rajya Sabha member from the Congress party in 1969. Thereafter, he re-elected in 1975, 1981, 1993 and 1999. Elected to 14th Lok Sabha on 13th May 2004. His ministerial career began in 1973 as the Deputy Minister of Industrial Development, Shipping and Transport, Minister of State for Finance, Minister for Revenue and Banking, Cabinet Minister of Commerce and Steel and Mines, Cabinet Minister of Finance, Deputy Chairman, Planning Commission, Cabinet Minister of External Affairs, Cabinet Minister of Defense, and at present he is the Finance Minister in the Union Cabinet. His valuable guidance and advice made him practically indispensable both to his party and to his government. When he was the Finance Minister of India during 1982 to 1984, Euromoney magazine rated him as the best finance minister of the world. He was conferred Best Parliamentarian Award for the year 1997. His leadership in the Ministry of Finance and other economic ministries is highly acclaimed nationally and internationally. He is considered as the key figure in formulating economic policies of the nation for a long term. Under his stewardship, India earned the distinction of not withdrawing the last installment of IMF loan to the extent of $1.1 billion. He was conferred Padma Vibhushan in 2008, the second highest civilian award in the country for his outstanding contribution for public affairs. In spite of his busy schedule in politics, Shri Mukherjee ji has involved in many social and cultural activities. He is president of the Nikhil Bharat Banga Sahitya Sammelan from 2004 till date. He is also the trustee of the Bangiya Sahitya Parishad and Bidhan Memorial Trust, Kolkata. Shri Mukherjee ji has published many books, to name a few: Midterm Poll, Beyond Survival, Emerging Dimensions of Indian Economy, Half the Track, Saga of Struggle and Sacrifice, and Challenges Before the Nation. We are extremely obliged to you, sir, for having accepted our invitation to be the chief guest and deliver the convocation address to the young minds of the country. On behalf of the university and on my own behalf, I extend a very hearty welcome to Shri Pranab Mukherjee. Your Excellency, I present Padma Vibhushan Shri Pranab Mukherjee ji for the award of honorary degree of Doctor of Science of this university, which was conferred on him during the 10th annual convocation. honor of introducing the recipient of the honoris causa degree, Shri Kumaramangalam Birla. Shri Kumaramangalam Birla, born on June 14, 1967, he is a commerce graduate from the Mumbai University and he is a chartered accountant. He obtained MBA from the London Business School. Shri Birla took over as the chairman of the Aditya Birla Group in 1995 at the age of 28. As chairman, Shri Birla has taken the Aditya Birla Group to an altogether greater heights. At present, Aditya Birla Group is the 35 billion US dollars multinational company which operates in 36 countries across 6 continents. Over 60% of its revenues flow from its operations outside India. Shri Birla has made 24 acquisitions in 17 years in India and abroad. This is the highest by an Indian multinational. Shri Kumaramangalam Birla holds several key positions on various regulatory and professional boards. He serves on the Prime Minister of India Advisory Council on Trade and Industry. He also served as the chairman of Securities and Exchange Board of India, SEBI, as the convener of the Prime Minister's Task Force on Administrative and Legal Simplifications. Currently, Shri Birla is on the National Council of the Confederation of Indian Industry. Shri Birla is deeply associated with educational institutions in our country and abroad. He is the Chancellor of the renowned Birla Institute of Technology and Science with the campuses in Pilani, Goa, Hyderabad and Dubai. He is a director of GD Birla Medical Research and Education Foundation. He is also serving on the London School and London Business School's Asia Pacific Advisory Board and is a honorary fellow of the London Business School. Shri Birla has many awards and recognitions for his exemplary contribution to leadership processes and in institutions and systems building. Few to mention: NASSCAM Global Business Leader Award, GQ Business Leader Award 2011, CNN IBN Indian of the Year Award 2010, Business Leader of the Year 2010, IMA JRD Tata Corporate Leadership Award 2008, Honorary Degree of Doctor of Science, Honoris Causa of GD Pant University of Agriculture and Technology 2008, Degree of Doctor of Literature by SRM University, Tamil Nadu in 2008, and D.Lit. Honoris Causa by Banaras Hindu University in 2004. We at VTU are thankful to Shri Kumaramangalam Birla for accepting the degree of DSc Honoris Causa of our university. On behalf of VTU and on my own behalf, I welcome Shri Kumaramangalam Birla and request him to receive the Honoris Causa degree conferred by VTU. Your Excellency, I present Honorable Shri Kumaramangalam Birla for the award of Honorary Degree of Doctor of Science of this university.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chancellor of Vishweshwarya Technological University, I admit Shri Kumaramangalam Birla, Chairman of Aditya Birla Group, to the honorary degree of Doctor of Science of this university, and in token thereof, this honorary degree is presented to him.
Honorable Shri Kumaramangalam Birla ji, please address the gathering.
Honorable Governor of Karnataka Shri Bharadwaj ji, Honorable Union Finance Minister Shri Pranab Mukherjee, Honorable Chief Minister Shri Gowda ji, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is an absolute privilege for me today to accept this degree. I accept it very humbly on behalf of the 130,000 extraordinary men and women who work in the Aditya Birla Group across 36 countries. They bring great commitment, dedication, and passion to the work that they do day in and day out every day, which is why I am here today. They make me look tall. It is a special privilege all the more to receive this distinction at the hands of the Honorable Finance Minister, Shri Pranab Mukherjee. To the students gathered here today, I'd like to say that with the high quality education that you have received at this prestigious VTU University, I believe that you're equipped to rise to the very top of the profession that you might choose to pursue. I wish you the very best. Thank you to VTU and to the Vice Chancellor and to the Chancellor, Honorable Governor, for this distinction. I'm deeply humbled in receiving it. Thank you.
Now I wish to introduce another recipient of the DSc honoris causa degree, Dr. S.S. Mantha, an eminent academician and an able administrator. Professor S.S. Mantha is the chairman of All India Council for Technical Education, New Delhi. And he has been at the forefront of bringing in some radical changes for transparency and accountability in AICTE's administration. He holds bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from the MS University, Baroda, and master's in mechanical engineering from VJTI, Mumbai, and PhD in combustion modeling from University of Mumbai. He held positions of professor and head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering for 6 years at VJTI. Then he was appointed as Pro Vice Chancellor of SNDT Women's University by the Government of Maharashtra, which he served for 2 years. He implemented the first e-governance project, automating the workflows for the Department of Higher and Technical Education, Government of Maharashtra in 1995. The e-governance project implemented in AICTE has also won the Silver Edge Award instituted by United Business Media and Information Week, and the Good Governance National Technology Award 2010 instituted by the Good Governance magazine. He is also the recipient of the 5th National Telecom Award for Excellence in Education through e-governance instituted by the CMEI and Star News. He has more than 180 publications in national and international journals and conferences to his credit. 12 students have completed their PhD under him. We at VTU are thankful to Dr. S.S. Mantha for accepting the degree of DSc honoris causa of our university. On behalf of VTU and on my own behalf, I welcome Dr. Mantha and request him to receive the honoris causa degree conferred by VTU. Your Excellency, I present Honorable Dr. S.S. Mantha for the award of honorary degree of Doctor of Science of this university.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chancellor of the Visvesvaraya Technological University, I admit Dr. S.S. Mantha, Chairman All India Council of Technical Education, to the honorary degree of Doctor of Science of this university. And in token thereof, this honorary degree is presented to him.
Honorable Dr. S.S. Mantha, please address the gathering.
His Excellency, the Governor of Karnataka, Shri Hansraj Bharadwaj, Honorable Finance Minister, Government of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee ji, Honorable CM, Karnataka, Shri D.V. Sivananda Gowda ji, Shri Kumar Mangalam Birla, Dr. Visvesvaraya, Shri Sitaram, son of Shri Ramaya, members of EC Council, Academic, Senate, VTU, friends, ladies and gentlemen, I am absolutely honored to be here among such a distinguished gathering, and I'm overwhelmed to be receiving such a prestigious degree conferred on me, and I am truly, at a loss for words, and I would dedicate this to my people in the engineering fraternity who have supported me in the last 2 years' time, and I'm indebted to them all. Just a few words of thought that I would share with you. One of the greatest strengths of this nation is our creativity and passion in developing innovations and technologies that can catapult us into a new era. And the quickening pace of globalization in the past 20 years has only allowed us to be at the forefront in this endeavor of ours to be the best. For almost a decade, as part of several committees, I have visited various campuses of professional colleges. Most of them are very good, but some of them need a lot to be done in terms of quality of research, knowledge, and so on, which needs to be a high order for us to be relevant in the modern times. An educational system isn't worth a great deal if it teaches young people how to make a living but doesn't teach them how to make a life. Mathematicians have sought knowledge in figures, philosophers in systems, logicians in subtleties, and metaphysicians in sounds. It's not in any, nor in all of this. One who studies only men will get the body of knowledge without the soul, and he that studies only books, the soul without the body. The strength of character of undergraduate programs in technology is in mathematics, physics, and the various fields of science which will be recognized by primary indicators of quality of college or a university. We need to support them. Finally, world-class education should lead to skills for all so that the recipient becomes employable, meaningfully employed. Competency-based skill modules are seamlessly built into formal education is the way to go forward, which would provide more employability and also improve the GER that we need to look at. Finally, as Mahatma Gandhi ji said, and I quote, "The real difficulty is that people have no idea of what education truly is. We access the values of education in the same manner as we access the values of land or of shares in the stock exchange market. We want to provide only